Hey guys, welcome. In this video, we are going to talk about some of the new ship weapon stats added to the Alpha 4.5 engineering patch. And these new stats are going to be some of the most important weapon stats to consider from now on. And they are regarding the ammo penetration. Not only the ship weapon, even some of the FPS weapons have those stats added. Whether you go to the SC Ships Performance Viewer or the Urko game, if you go to the ship weapon section, you will see the new stats. It's called ammo penetration and subdivided into the base distance, near radius, and far radius. Now on Urko game, you can also see such terms as penetration distance, penetration near radius, and penetration far radius. In order to understand these terms without mistake before making this video, I asked Olekin, what do they mean? Olekin sent me this diagram. And by the way, Olekin is the creator of Star Citizen Ship Performance Viewer, this whole website. So thank you, Olekin, for explaining this. And this diagram will make things simple. Let's take a look. First of all, bullet. A bullet shooting from the left and then hit the ship on the right. This black line is the armor or the hull of the ship. So this middle point is where the bullet hit the ship armor. And first thing happens is the near radius. So the first blue circle is the near radius value. And at this point, the penetration for this bullet is 100%. So at this point, whatever alpha damage this bullet has is making 100% impact. And of course, that 100% damage will be absorbed by the armor. If we have no armors left, then the absorption will be 100% because hull do not have any damage reduction, but the armor does. First, let's understand the armor resistance before we let this bullet penetrate further. If we go back to this website, click armor, and you will see different ship armors here, and then slide to the right, you can see the armor health for different ships. We will use let's say we'll use a size 3 armor, which is the Anvil Carrack. The Anvil Carrack has a armor health of 42,000. And now, here is what's important. It says durability damage multiplier. I made a video about this, but a few viewers, I think, is getting a bit confused. And they say that this multiplier is the damage reduction. So they say that, for example, a ballistic bullet, not a laser bullet. A laser bullet is a little different. We shall see later in the video. So a ballistic bullet has 100 alpha damage. Hit the armor, that 85% of the 100 alpha damage is taken away, is blocked, is deflected. So the actual damage on the armor is only 15 hit points, but that is not so because this is a damage multiplier, which means you need to multiply this number. That 100 times 0.85 equals 85. So what it means is only 15 hit points is taken away, is blocked, is deflected. And 85 of the alpha damage is incurred on the armor of the ship. And of course, if the ship shield is on, then the shield will block certain amount of damage from that ballistic bullet. If we look at the armor section of the Carrack, and under here, durability damage, and this is no longer multiplier, this is modifier. And the modifier is divided by both physical and energy. Physical means ballistic weapons. Energy means laser weapons. The physical modifier is minus 15%. And that's exactly what we talked about. A ballistic bullet passed through the shield. Whatever damage left, 15% of them will be taken away, will be blocked by the armor. Yet, for energy weapon, first of all, if the ship shield is on, 100% of the energy damage is blocked by the shield. So in the case that the shield is depleted, when an energy weapon hits the armor of the ship, then instead of blocking 50%, it's going to be extra 30% damage added to the armor. So once the ship shield is depleted, an energy bullet which has 100 hit points, hit the armor of the ship, then 130 damage is incurred on the armor. So once a bullet hit the armor, at the impact point, the bullet penetration is 100%. And then what happens is that this bullet will start penetrating into the ship armors and hulls, and then it will travel a certain distance. And that distance is the base penetration distance, one of the most important stat. And every single ship weapon has its own base penetration distance, the distance that this bullet can travel inside the ship. Once this bullet finishes traveling this distance, and it will hit something called far radius, the second blue circle. And at this point, it will have 0% armor penetration value. So it finishes traveling through the ship. If there is a component in between or in this cone, then that component will suffer certain amount of damage. If you're using laser weapons and if the ship has shields on, then the shield will block the laser weapon. So this cone will not happen if you're using laser weapon and the ship shield is on. Except some ships will have shield holes, like the Idris still has shield holes in the current PTU. I have tested myself. The shield is on. When I shoot laser weapons, I can see the hull damage on the Idris. Some parts, not all the parts. But most of the ship, if you do not have a shield hole, the shield will block 100% of the laser damage. However, once the shield is depleted, then this cone will happen inside the ship, even with laser weapons. Now, we're going to take a detailed look of different ship weapons and their penetration values. So let's start with the laser repeaters. And we're going to compare only the Clouds and Water laser repeater. We're going to categorize it by size, from size 1 to size 5. And for the size 6, we don't have any ship that uses the size 6 laser repeater yet. Now, you can see for the standard laser repeater, size 1, base penetration 0.3 meters, size 2, 0.4, size 3, 0.75, size 4, 1.5, size 5, 3.5. So the bigger the size of the weapon, the longer the penetration distance, as well as the bigger the near and the far radius. The size 5 Galderin laser repeaters can even have a near radius of 5.88, almost 6 meters to a little bit over 7 meters. But this is not it. If we compare the laser cannons, size 1 Omnisky, 0.9 penetration distance, and size 2, 1.2, size 3, 2.25, size 4, 4.5. That's increased a lot. And size 5 can have 10.5. Wow. And the near radius is 7.7, almost 8 meters. And far radius close to 10 meters. Not only that, let's compare the M cannons. Because I want to see the size 7 M cannons on the Idris M. Wow, 15 meters ammo penetration. Near radius 13 meters and far radius 16 meters. Look at that. This gun is going to be even more deadly once the ship shield is down. It can do a lot of component damage. And now, what about ballistic weapons? So let's compare the ballistic Gatling gun first. Size 1 ballistic Gatling gun. Base penetration is 0.9 meters. Size 2, 1.2 meters. For the size 3 Mantis and Tiger Strike ballistic Gatling gun, penetration is 2.25. And size 4 Referral Gatling gun. Wow, this one's big, 4.5. As well as the AD4B, 4.5. And Breakneck. This is the one on the ship, 4.5. Also, the Relentless L21 Gatling gun on the Wolf 21, 4.5. However, the TMSB, this one is the Super Hornet Mark II ballistic turret, only 1.2. Wow, this one isn't great. However, for the size 5 AD5B, penetration jumped all the way to 10.5. Not only that, the one on the Inferno, 15 penetration. And the near radius, 5.27, far radius is 6.59. So the Inferno is going to be deadly in the engineering patch just by the stats alone. And also, the benefit of the ballistic weapon is that it doesn't matter if you have shield or not. Every single ballistic bullet hit the ship, this cone will happen. The only difference is how much damage get blocked by the shield. Depends on the amount of shield you have and how much damage get absorbed by the armor and how much will hit the component. So that is why ballistic weapons are going to be quite deadly in the engineering patch. Continuing on, we're going to compare the ballistic cannon. Look at this. The ballistic cannon has even better penetration than the ballistic Gatling gun. Even a size 1 Deadbolt 1, the base penetration distance is 2.7 meters. Size 2 Strife Mass Driver Cannon, the one that can be used as a sniper weapon, 5.04. This one I'm going to be testing in a separate video. And Deadbolt 2 Cannon, 3.6. Deadbolt 3, 6.75. And then Deadbolt 4 is 13.5. That's insane. And Deadbolt 5, 31.5. And the Slayer Cannon, this is a Nova tank, 36.75. Leonidas Cannon, 31.5. I will also be doing a video for this. This is the ballistic cannon on the Meteor. Now, the Maris Cannon, this is the cannon on the Polaris, 40 meters. The Conquer 7, the one on the Idris from the Idris T kit, 45. And then finally, the Medusa Cannon on the Perseus, 67.5. However, the near radius and far radius for this gun is a little weird. Maybe they forgot about a 0 or something. It's only 1 and 2. And then last is the Idris real gun, 107. Here you can see, in general, cannons usually have better penetration than Gatling guns or repeaters. Size 3 Deadbolt cannon penetration distance, 6.75. And size 3 Mantis Gatling gun, only 2.25. For the laser cannons, M5A laser cannon penetration is 2.25, and the attrition repeater only 0.75. Panzer repeater 0.75. So the cannons in general has better penetration than the repeaters. And the ballistic weapons in general have better penetration than the laser weapons. So again, you can see the ballistic weapon in the engineering patch is going to be quite deadly. Alright, let's do a little test. On this Hornet, I have one size 4 laser cannons and one size 4 laser repeater. And we're going to be shooting at this Paladin. My shield is on and I am monitoring my component health. So first I'm going to shoot lasers.
Shields hit.
Whatever laser I'm shooting at the ship. Even the cannons. As you can see, this ship does not have any shield holes. So I'm not taking any component damage as long as I have my shield on. However, when I drop my shields off, I'm gonna shoot the laser repeaters first. So you can see my shield generator went down 1% health. And that's about it. Now, if I switch to laser cannons, now you can see my quantum drive is taking a lot of damage. 65, 51, 36, and my jump drive is taking a lot of damage. Each hit with a laser cannon takes a lot of damage. My quantum drive is down. Now, if I switch back to laser repeaters, it's taking some damage, but not as bad as the laser cannons. Now, switching back to laser cannons, oh!
Warning, fire detected.
Fire detect on my ship. My ship is falling. Need to do a repair quick before I fell to the ground. Oh! You can see the fire is burning in my ship! Whoa! That looks pretty cool. My whole ship is burning.
Warning.
Oh, this compartment. Oh, maybe the rain will help. I'm falling straight to the ground. Engines out. No, I'm falling to the ground. Oh. The next test, Luke is going to shoot ballistic cannons at this paladin. So on the Prowler, I have both the Deadbolt 3 and Deadbolt 5. And we're going to monitor the component health through these 3 MFDs. So first, Deadbolt 3. Fire.
Shields hit.
Now, shield is getting hit. Yet, I have no component damage yet. Slight damage on the quantum drive. The spark fire. 92% health. Oh, yes. The quantum drive is getting damaged. And quantum drive is down. Also the jump drive, only 58% health. So the Side 3 did penetrate through and also damaged my power plant with 1% health. Okay, now switch to Deadbolt 5. Fire. Oh! What a difference! 2 hits with Deadbolt 5. 2 of my power plant is almost down. 1 more hit.
Shields offline.
Wow! 3 bullets. 2 of my power plant is dead. Keep shooting. Oh!
Engines offline.
That's it.
Deck proximity alert.
A few shots. My ship is just disabled.
Forward proximity alert.
And reactor critical. Explosion imminent. 50 seconds. 49. Wow! The Deadbolt 5. Very deadly. Super deadly. The Paladin is a military ship. It has armors and shield, but 3 bullets killed 2 of my power plant. And a few more just made the ship go critical. So this is it for this video. I hope this video can help you understand these key factors for ship weapons and help you to choose which loadout for your ship when the 4.5 goes to live. If the data keeps like this, of course. Alright, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next live.